My Ecuadorian pork is delicious, and it's all about the salsa that holds it together and gives it a great flavour.
Beautiful.
Now, you can see the Maggi mix. We've got onions in there already. I've just put a handful of garlic in there, and I've got some grapefruit, some lime, and some orange. If you could squeeze them into the Maggi mix, and that will form the liquid, the base, the acid that holds it together.
Beautiful.
Now, coriander and spring onion, I'll just chop it really, really roughly so it fits in the top of the Maggi mix. There we go. We just load all this in together.
I love grapefruit, Richo. Not many people use grapefruit.
I use it all the time. It's really healthy when you have for breakfast, but I use it as a juice in cocktails and for general cooking. It's fantastic as well.
Yeah, it is. Agree.
Exactly. Some tomatoes, chopped tomato goes in there as well. We're loading this one up. This is going to be packed full of flavour, and you're just going to catch up with the juice. It's going everywhere,
I know,
isn't it?
It is. I'm having a little citrus bath here.
That's a citrus bath. That's maybe why I got you to cut it up. Now, chilli. I've got some green chilli, some long red chilli.
Beautiful.
And I've got a couple of scud chilies in here as well, which are really, really hot. I'm thinking if you're going to feed the kids, you might want to pull back on the chilli. Or if you don't want the kids to eat it, put lots of chilli in it.
Love it. That's
because this will be so delicious, you probably won't want them to eat it, will you?
No.
Exactly. Now, to sweeten it up, I've got a little bit of brown sugar in that goes, about 1/4 cup. I've got some vinegar as well, some red wine vinegar, and that's another bit of sharpness. You're seeing a pattern here? A lot of sharp flavours, a lot of acid in here.
I love this, Richo. I love the balance of South American flavours, the real citrus, the chilli. I love it.
Fantastic. Well, I've got ginger in there as well.
Beautiful.
Some smoked paprika goes in there as well. Some oregano. And I've even got some cumin that's been dried and ground, so in that goes. Now, Preeya, all I need you to do is pop the lid on that. We'll whiz it all around, get it all pureed, and then you'll be able to smell how delicious it is.
I'm excited. Beautiful, Richo.
Take the lid off and have a smell of it. It's like a gazpacho flavour.
Beautiful. I love that. So fresh.
You know that if you've got that on top of this pork, it's going to be fantastic. Now, this butter pork is delicious. A little bit of skin on there. It's a little bit lean, this one, but that's a good thing because it's going to soak up those flavours and become nice and moist and juicy, flavoursome, and just fall apart. Now, you need to make sure you got plenty of salt on your meat because salt loves meat, meat loves salt, and pork loves salt in particular. And, of course, some pepper. I put it on here now. Now, you could put this in the actual marinade, but I like to put it on the pork to make sure that it's seasoned properly from the beginning. So I know it's got plenty of salt on it. Now, at this stage here, you could open it up, but for me, a large piece of pork like this, making sure it's Australian pork, is perfect. And the thing about this is you can feed a large family and you're adding lots of flavour to it, and because we're going to cook it low and slow for a long time, you're guaranteed it's cooked all the way through. And by adding these flavours and the liquid, it keeps it moist and juicy. So if you can grab that, pour it over the top of it. You can keep your hands nice and clean, and I'm going to get my hands... I'm going to massage. Okay. So I'll turn that over there like that, pour it all over. And what I'll do is I'll get some of that and make sure I get it into the nooks.
You're so happy, Richo, I can tell.
I know.
Do you know, Richo, I think people go, pork's too hard, but actually when you see it like this, it's actually a really easy family meal.
Oh, it's all about flavour. And by adding really strong flavours like this, it's really going to make it succulent and juicy. Now, with something like this, you can actually cook it low and slow and then pull it apart, make tacos out of it. You can do just about anything you want. But I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil over the top of it. Helps to make it nice and luscious and delicious. A good amount of oil. That's looking great, isn't it? Now, when you go to check it, you just put a fork in there. If it comes apart nice and easily, you know it's cooked all the way through. Into the oven we go. I can't wait to serve this up to you.
That smells fantastic, Richo.
It's not often you hear that around me. Oh, look at the pork. It just cuts really easily.
Look at that.
And you've got that lovely crust on the top of it. Oh,
very juicy, very moist.
Oh, that's what we're looking for. That's what pork should be. The flavour of that sauce is incredible, and that, to me, that's the most important part of it. You need a good sauce, and that's going to make everything luscious and delicious. And that's why I'm serving potatoes with it. The potatoes will soak up the juices and that sauce. Looks great like that, doesn't it? A little bit of chives on the top of it.
Nice.
Preeya?
I was thinking more green. You could do some broccolini or some spinach or something green with it, if you wanted to.
You're too hard. We put so much effort into cooking this pork beautifully.
Here we go.
You've just got potatoes. That's all you need to go with it. Have a taste of that. Moist, juicy, lots of flavour with it. Lots of that sauce on there.
The flavours, I could drink that. Honestly, that is so beautiful. I love it. And the pork is really juicy. That's a very easy family meal.
Who needs vegetables?